Hey guys, my name is Loveless and we are here with Red Embrace. This is like straight up just not a game for kids. This, if you're like 16 and younger, 16 and older only, I guess. As far as I would think for a good age, because some people are actually more mature than what their age is, but some people are just not. I think 16 is a good age for this. At least I hope it is, but at least for my standards, it is. But this game is it's a BL, which is boys love romance. If you hate gay shit or anything that's resembling gay shit, then there's the door. Fair warning. Now let's get into this. Also, sorry about the windows. It's just that OBS don't want to work. Another regular late night in San Francisco. There usually aren't many customers around this time. Just occasional junkies or a drunk guy getting a burger to try and sober up. And here I am staring at a swirl makeshift milkshake blender, bored out of my mind. The normal routine. I glance up on the door. Kitchen behind me swings open. It's Troy, my boss. You can fuck off. He gives me a happy wave and grins, and I tell him, and I can tell he's going to call my name in a usual friendly voice. Fuck. Let's see. What's a good name? Actually, I'm gonna stick with Ashe, but Ashe with an E. Overwatch much, even though I don't really play Overwatch that much anymore. Hey Ashe, glad you came. You decided to come in early. Yeah, boss, no problem. I probably shouldn't tell him, but I need the extra money. What does he think? I come here for fun? Kinda slow right now, huh? Well, just keep the place cleaned up until someone comes in. I'll be back if you need me. Got it. With that, Troy disappears into the kitchen, leaving me all alone again. Man, I really get why they call this a graveyard shift. It feels like I'm watching over a cemetery sometimes, one that smells like greasy burgers. With a sigh, I reach for a rag and start rubbing down the counter. Gonna be a long night. At that moment, I realized that the customer I realized there was a customer in one of the booths. When did he get here? I definitely didn't see him walk in. It's a guy with a dark hoodie and slightly hunched posture, probably around my age, maybe a year or two older. Even though he's sitting down, I could tell he's pretty tall. He looks intimidatingly muscular despite the baggy jacket. Well, shaggy or not, a customer's a customer. I tucked the menu in my arm and scrolled out from behind the counter, heading towards him. Ooh, ain't he sexy? He glances he glances when I get close, gazes me sharply with his two bright blue eyes. But he doesn't say anything. He just stares. What the hell? Is he coming off of a bad trip or something? Or is it just another rude college kid? Greet him politely, because he's a customer. Personal tutorial. In Red Embrace, most choices will impact your MC personality. The text in the top right shows you how your personality has changed. Dialogue and choices unlock bases on your personality. Play routines multiple times to see different reactions of the... Fuck you, Bixby. Okay. Oh, plus charming. I'm putting my most welcoming smile. I slide the menu onto the table. Hello, sir. Can I get you anything tonight? A Coke, a burger, milkshake? The man blinks at me, looking taken aback by my words. Did I say something strange? I didn't think I was being too friendly. Maybe I should have just acted more casual. Just coffee. Murmured a response underneath his breath. He finally averts his gaze from my face. His voice is low and husky. Not unpleasant, but it makes him sound a bit older than he looks. Why does he seem so tense? I wonder if there's a reason why he's acting so gloomy, or if there's just he's just his normal self. Coffee it is then. I'll be right back. That's the best way of getting tips. It's as if you be charming and chipper and bleh. I turn to head back to the kitchen, wondering if the guy is even leaving a tip before I can even take much as a step. What? A hand grabs my shirt and tucks me to the back. Flustered, I quickly glance over my shoulder at the strange man who narrowed his eyes at me. Has anyone else come in here tonight? A man in a leather jacket with a tattoo on his cheek? He murmurs under his breath, staring at me so intensely I could swallow swallow a nervous lump in my throat. What the hell am I reading? Troy, this would be great time for you to walk out of the kitchen. Oh, he's saying that in his head. No one has come in tonight. Why? He sinks back against the seat cushion and replies tightly, balling his hand into a fist. At the very moment, he pulls a cigarette out of his pocket and clenches it between his teeth. A flame with his lighter briefly flickers in his bright blue eyes, a guilt look of flashing over his face. Sorry. I'll get out of here. Muttering quickly, he starts to push himself out of the booth. But I shove an arm out. I didn't see that part. I shove an arm out to stop him. At least until you finish your coffee. It's pretty rude to come into a diner and leave without ordering anything after all. He's a weird customer, but I'm kind of curious about why he's so uneasy. And there are most interesting things that happens on... And this is the most interesting that happened on this shift, on any of my shifts too. Wow. Yeah, cemetery. The man hesitates and studying me with a suspicious look. Maybe he thinks I'm timid? Timid with the leather jacket guy. Oh boy. Offer a casual shrug. I'll go that one. I shrug my shoulders nonchalantly. Listen, I don't want to be involved in your guy spat or anything. I'm just trying to make some tips, okay? Calm down. He pauses for a moment longer with his blue eyes burning into searchingly as if he's trying to read my true intentions. But finally he lowers himself back down into the booth, giving a reluctant nod. I'll get that coffee then. Don't run away while I'm gone. Right. With that, I hurry towards the kitchen set and set up a pot fresh coffee ready to brew. Troy on the phone chatting with his new girlfriend, so I can't ask if he knows the guy in the booth. He's a strange customer, even at this kind of hour, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. I don't want to play therapist or anything, but part of me wants to ask him why he's brooding about what would he tell a stranger about? When the coffee's done, I grab a cup and head back to the booth, cream sugar tucked beneath my free arm. To my surprise, the man is still there. He's staring into space, but when I get close, he jerks forward towards me. Thanks. Oh, look at those teeth! He mumbles awkwardly, putting a cigarette from his lips and snuffed out on the ashtray. No problem. Set the coffee along with the cream and sugar down in front of him. And he just suddenly blankly stares at the table, not too sure what to do. Do you, want me to mix that for you? The cream and sugar, that is? Lawford makes his eyes widen as a brief pause and he stiffly nods. Has this guy ever had coffee before? Well, whatever. I earn my tips, don't I? I grab the cream and pour it into the cup and stir it until the dark liquid turns into a pretty caramel shade. After mixing in a couple of spoonfuls of sugar, I push the coffee towards him expectantly. It's not French press, but it's not poison either. Go on. He takes a sip. He takes the cup and lifts it to his lips, unsure of himself. After a long sip, he blinks in surprise. The light washes over his face. It's sweet. Oh, did I put too much sugar in it? I'll get you another cup if you... No, it's fine. I like it. To my shock, the man's lips actually curled into a small smile. It makes him seem a little less intimidating, and it looks in his clear blue eyes has softened a little. He seriously notable. He looks super hot. What you saying? Odd, but kind of charming in his own way. A guy with this who didn't even know how to drink coffee. Okay. Just then, the door opens, swinging suddenly. Blonde girl strides up to the counter and plumps down on one of the bar stools with a loud sob. Sorry, let me know if you need anything else. I apologize to my new friend, whose expression has turned to impassive stare. Yeah. He lowers his eyes and stares into the depths of his coffee cup, not offering another word. I almost feel bad for leaving him, but I can't exactly ignore a customer. Troy would yell at me until he was hoarse. Hurrying around the corner, I approach the new customer curiously. When I look closer, I realize he's actually a blonde guy, not even a girl. Wow. He's so slender and short. He really looks like a girl from behind, but the face is a little too sharp to be a woman. So, do you usually stare at everyone who comes in here? I thought waiters were supposed to be welcoming, not creepy. Jesus, bitch! The first words that come out of his mouth, even he's got a high sing-song voice. No, sorry, just a little tired, that's all. Can I get you anything? What can I get you? He pursed his lips together, scornfully letting out an annoyed huff. But rather than responding to my question, he turned his head to scan the diner, and as his gaze fall to the hooded guy wearing in the booth, fuck, thanks. The blonde guy intently stares at the other man, who doesn't seem to notice his scrutiny getting... What the hell? Is he gonna really just going to sit here and stare and ignore me? You have a problem with him? No, I'm just gonna ask him again. Cause maybe, yeah, just ask him again. I'm not fixing like, you got a problem with him? No, just do that. Well, I don't want to make this awkward situation any worse. I clear my throat and place the menu in front of the blonde to get his attention, and he quickly glances back towards me. Sir, would you like to order something? A glass of water, maybe? He looks a little sheepish, but he grabs the menu anyway and starts to swiftly flip through it. I'll just like a soda. Any kind? I need to get the bad taste out of my mouth. What's with that smoke So that's what? What's from trying to smoke pot with your friends? I dryly asked, but I should probably have a little self-restraint. Okay, that was like a long sentence I couldn't, read. I grabbed a nearby cup to head over by the soda fountain and filling up this sugary, yellowish green drink that's probably suited to a kid like him. It's too bad he doesn't have a nicer personality to match his cute face. I bet he never wears anything other than that annoying pout. After I slide the cup over and the straw in front of the blonde, he tosses a couple dollars on the counter. Hey, is it always so dead in here? I don't usually come to places like this, but do you stay open and if there's no business, shouldn't you be bankrupt? His bratty question is one I've heard a lot before, so it doesn't exactly catch me off guard. We open during the day too. Most people tend to come when we're not, 2 a.m. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It is boring when no one comes in, though. He sounds so innocent and curious that the irritation melts away a little bit. It's pretty damn boring, but most of the clientele at this hour are a few folks who are high, drunk, or both. They don't make great conversation partners, let me tell you. Ha! The blonde snickers and pulls the straw out of his wrapper and shoves it into his glass. He sips a bit of the soda and idly swirls the straw in around one finger, propping his chin on one hand. His eyes are lively sparkling green and they watch me with interest. How about any weird types? Weird types? Yeah, you have to be more specific than that. Rolling his eyes, he pauses for a moment if he thinks over his words carefully. Like people who don't really fit in? Don't order any food or anything like that, just kind of lurks around, acts shady type? At the blonde's description, I found my gaze drifting towards the hoodie-wearing man in the corner. He looks my way, too, and our eyes suddenly meet. Well, he definitely matches the type this kid's talking about, but there's no reason for me to say that. Besides, it's not like as if we usually get customers like him. In fact, this is the first time I've ever seen someone who didn't know how to drink coffee. No, I can't say I've seen anyone like that come in here. Maybe they hanged around in the steadier parts of town if you get those seedier than the area that is. Oh wow, what? It might be my imagination, but my response, I felt like the man at the booth just relaxed a tiny bit. Really? I guess so. The blonde looks a little displeased as he chews on the tip of his straw immensely. Whatever that word. Why do you ask me? And why do you ask? Are you looking for a member of a gang or something? You could say that. He hesitated before replying and shifting in his seat. Don't tell me you're trying to join with a band of thugs. Kids like you shouldn't fall into the wrong crowd. Oh, he's gonna get offended by that. My playful remark does make the blonde abruptly straighten his posture and his face screwed up like an angry chipmunk. Who are you calling a kid? I'm 22. Do I have to show my ID or something? Wow, I must have really hit a nerve. Yeah. In my defense, he definitely doesn't look 22. I would have guessed 17 or 18, especially considering the way he acts. Sorry, just coming because you're so full of energy, that's all. I am mistaken for a high schooler sometimes, so I feel your pain. Like a porcupine retracting his quills, the blonde stops bristling, although he still wrinkles his nose at me. Phew, that was a close call. Anyway, I'm not trying to join a gang. I'm just looking for some certain people, that's all. I figure that they might hang around places that seem pretty 90s steady looking. No offense. He smirked at me, tapping a fingernail against the side of his glass. It's kind of hard to argue with that, sadly. This isn't the worst part of town, but it's definitely not the best. The diner is really something to use some repainting. No shit, you see this around? Hey, why don't you do me a favor? Keep an eye for anyone that I described, and if you find someone, give me a call. He pulled a pen out of his pocket and grabbed a nearby napkin, scribbling something down on it. When he shoved it towards me, I recognized writing a name and a phone number. Luca, huh? You really want me to call you if I see someone randomly shady customer? You got it. Doesn't seem like you have anything better to do with your time, so why don't you help me out? So what are you offering him? I'm not fixing to do that. Sure, I'll try. I rolled my eyes, crumpling the napkin and shoving it into my pocket. Sure, I'll try to remember. Good. Make sure you... Although, all things considering, I'm more likely to drunk dial you thinking your number was from a girl I met in the bar. Oh, why is he playing jokes? He scowls at me with his teeth grinding together, and I bit back a laugh. Man, talk about sensitive. He must have an ego made of glass. Listen up, I'm trying to help you, alright? Listen up a little. Well, lighten up a little. Let's see. If you don't want it, just say so. No need to be a jerk about it. He mumbles underneath his breath, sourly crumbling the wrapper of his straw in one hand. Really, I don't mind. You're the one that said I didn't have anything better to do with my time, remember? When I gave Luca a reassuring wink, he flicks his eyes away and scowls, obviously embarrassed. Then he takes the last sip of his drink, hopping off the bar stool. I better not get any weird calls from you. I'll block you in a second if you start saying gross crap to me. Luca shouts over his shoulder on the way out the door. Chuckling, I wave the dish towel at him casually, watching him disappear into the thickness of the night. Silly kid. Who knows what kind of trouble he's trying to work his way into. When I was left alone with my thoughts, I suddenly remembered the man in the hoodie. But when I glanced over to where you're sitting at the booth, no one was there. Figured. Must have stuck out when I was talking to Luca. Damn it! A little disappointed, I returned to his booth to take his coffee cup, but I noticed something lying there on the table. A $10 bill and a bunch of change just for a coffee cup? Cup of coffee? That's pretty generous. I know how I feel terrible for doubting if he was going to tip me or not. Looks like he dumped everything he had in his wallet on the table. He drank every last drop of the coffee, though. I'm not sure why, but knowing that he liked it so much, it made me kind of happy. What a weird night. Shaking my head, I pocket the tip in the back of the kitchen with a puzzled smile. The rest of my shift passed uneventfully. People trickling in and out a couple more hours, but no one unusual showed up. Finally, I wave goodbye to Troy and step outside, letting a long yawn. It must be like 6 o'clock in the morning with that night shift. Either 5 or 6, something like that. Time to walk home. Man, I'm tired. Same spot tomorrow? Of course. Don't you trust me? Bits and pieces of conversation floating over the nearby alley. Hey, make sure you bring all the stuff. My curiosity meeting. Oh my god, he's gonna get himself killed. Are they talking about a drug deal or something? Next to my diner? Leave it alone. I pressed myself against the wall, straining to hear more of the conversation. Is something dangerous going on tomorrow? I need to tell Troy. Hell, maybe I shouldn't even come to work. You fucking idiot. Are those footsteps? They must be heading this way. Naturally, pavement up front though. You wouldn't want your number one of the suppliers to switch sides, would you? Ha! As one of the two men lets out a scornful laugh, the footsteps grow closer. But GTFO, man! GTFO! I step back into the shadows, crouching down out of sight. You're gonna be seen, you stupid! A moment later, a couple tall figures emerge from the alley. One of them standing in the shadows. I can't get a good look at his face, but something about him is creeping me out. You don't... you idiot! You are a mega idiot! The other one is with the fancy suit and slick back hair. He looks like a businessman. That's not... You better keep your end of your deal, Isaac. He turns to the back of the Hella... What is this? I know it's the name of something. Helgen? And you'll be real fucking sorry, okay? Spitting out those words mistrustfully, the shadowy figure stalks off down the street. I'll be sorry, huh? The one left standing behind Isaac mutters those words underneath his breath with a dark smile. Even though he looks like the man more at home in an office than an alley, he doesn't seem one bit afraid. I reflexively hold my breath, watching his elegant form loom over the sidewalk, wondering what he'll do next. You can come out now. Fuck! What? See, I knew it. He sees you. I don't bite. Unless you like me to, of course. See, I fucking knew it. I told you to run. The moment that you like, okay, there's danger going down tomorrow, tell Troy and don't come into work. That's it. You don't need to hear anything else. You really didn't. Isaac turns, looks directly at me as if he can see right through the darkness where I'm hiding. Yes, because he can. Because you're a stupid idiot. You should have walked away. But what did you do? You stood there like a... Okay. However, the beckoning gesture he makes doesn't seem threatening, so I reluctantly rise to my feet. How did he see me? In nearly pitch black spot? Oh my god. I want to shoot. Oh, I hate this when people do this. Even in books, it's like, there's a good boy. Is there a reason why you're cowering in the corner? God, I just want to strangle the life out of him. You weren't trying to eavesdrop, I hope. His eyes, which like molten gold colored contacts, I'm sure studied me questioningly. You're making a deal next to my, I'd like to know what happened. Oh my god, they're both bad! What the fuck? I know what happened around here. This is the only reason, but they're both bad. Aggressive. Oh god! This guy is no thug. He's just some suit trying to act intimidating. There's no reason to be afraid of him, so I might as well tell you the truth. You see, the place here, well, if it's where I work. If some kind of shady business deal is going nearby, of course I'm gonna want to hear about it. In response to my confrontational tone, Isaac raises an eyebrow. So you're just looking around for number one, huh? Cute. I would too if I were you. The hint of slyness that creeped into his tone almost sounded like... No, I'm definitely not misreading him. Why would a fancy businessman flirt with someone like me? Was that flirting? I don't think that was flirting. Unless I'm blind and deaf. Which, I do wear glasses, so there's that. Don't make it so sound egotistical. I have friends to look out for too. I'm sure. With an unconventional chuckle, Isaac saunters towards me, stopping only when he enters too close territory. Oh God! Oh my God! Back up! I want to pull back, but I managed to swallow my nerves and stay in place. He is probably just a businessman. You wish, probably both. But there's something about him that's different and unnerving. Oh shit! I take a bend to peer at my face, close enough for me to see every detail of his reflection in his glasses. There's a sweet smell around him, some kind of cologne or shampoo, and it's blocking out the stench of the dumpster nearby. Tell me, what's your name? I'm Ashe. As you probably heard the scary skinhead back there. He drops his voice to a whisper and glazes sparkling at me expectantly. It's Ashe. Nice to meet you, Isaac, but you seem like a real understanding guy. I mutter a reply dripping with sarcasm, to which Isaac gives me a coy wink. Oh no, don't wink at me! Something like that. Well, listen, Ashe, if you want my advice, you should stay away from this place tomorrow night. I'm not saying you'll get hurt, but there might be some friendly conflict going on. He seems oddly thrilled by the prospect of conflict, and gleefully a light shines into his eyes. Of course, if you're looking for excitement, then I won't stop you from coming by. Who knows? Isaac paused, his lips curling into a smirk. You might even see a friend of yours here. Or maybe the customer is a better word? A shiver courses down my spine in his tensing mood. Like, I just leave it alone. Leave it the fuck alone. He's talking as if I know someone. He knows something about me, but I've never seen his face before in my life. What are you trying to say? Someone I know is going to be part of this friendly conflict? Maybe. You can't say for sure unless you show up, am I right? Assuming your self-preservance instincts aren't too strong, that is. Yeah, it's like GTFO, you get out of there. I know he's trying to provoke me, but that doesn't stop my anger from rising in my chest, even though I try my hardest to stay calm. He's probably thinking his money makes him some kind of king. What a class act. I'll come if you're using I'll come if they're using you as a target practice. You wanna... I'll come if it's safe. It's not safe. This is the one I want to do because he's such an ass and I just wanna... Yeah, this is the best one to do because it's like, I'll come if it's safe. Like, what the fuck is that answer? It's probably aggressive, yeah. I'll stop by if there's a chance you'll get hit by in the crossfire. That's a fancy suit, isn't... that fancy suit isn't bulletproof, is it? Whoa, I caught a feisty one. He let out a low, wow! Wolf whistle. His eyes gotten wide and in mocking surprise. I'm flattered that you're so worried about me. Though I'd be more concerned for yourself. Yeah, of course, you turn that around. That's the only problem with that. It's like, yeah, that comic could be easily turned around, but if you say that, oh, I'll come if it's safe. It's like, what is that? Yo, someone with a pretty face like yours, like the one you have, could catch some attention. Some bad types. And like you? Bad types? Like who? My pulse starts to race faster as I question Isaac, who throws me an evasive shrug. Some people who walk the streets at the time of night aren't always friendly, Ashe. His eyes flicker away for a moment, and a sudden cold danger edge returns his voice. There's a lot of predators out there, stalkers who would love to have a taste of someone like you. Oh God! Yeah! Go no! Then when his gaze returns to mine, a chill runs down my whole body. Isaac oh my God! Isaac reaches towards my face, tracing the back of his hand lightly on my cheek, while a cruel smile crawls up his lips. Oh God! Please, go away! And if you're not careful, you might end up with a bite taken out of you, caught in the jaws of a hungry wolf. Oh my God. His voice drops so low that his words are barely audible, so I have to lean in a little bit to catch them. You'll be safe if you stuck with me, and you're a valiant Von Helsing. Although my price aren't cheap. Isaac, no! Isaac fingers trace along my neck all the way. Oh my God, go away! Don't give me an option. No choices. I don't want to. I can't look away from his hypnotic gold eyes, which swirls in my way that makes my mind. Oh God! My body refuses to move. Oh no! Even the Isaac pressure closes. I can't do anything but hold my breath, staring into those beautiful gaze. Oh no! Isaac! Isaac, what are you doing? Oof. Did I get safe? When a cry rings in the air, Isaac abruptly pulls away from me, throwing a glance over his shoulder. Hurry up! We need to be going! The voice calls out again. Sounding oddly familiar, but it's too dark to see who it belongs to. You just got your ass saved. What the hell happened a second ago? I could barely remember what Isaac was saying. Always with bad timing. Oh well. Exhaling a reluctant sigh, Isaac turns away. But he paused to give me a parting Cheshire cat grin. Ah! Make sure you show up tomorrow. I'll make it worth your while. Don't worry. Wait! He's gone. By the time I can recover my senses, Isaac's already strutting off towards the figure in the distance. The two of them disappear around the corners before long, swallowing up in darkness. Nah, my head's hurting like hell. I don't know what Isaac did, but I got some kind of awful migraine now. Maybe it's from his cologne. Christ, why do I keep meeting all these weirdos? This is too much crap for one night. Maybe Troy slipped some kind of acid in my burger earlier. Yeah, that's gotta be the only explanation here. Shaking my head, I shiver off and hurry home, keeping an eye out for any bad types Isaac mentioned. If any bad types showed up, you were a dead man walking. Okay, luckily I didn't see anyone else on my way back, except the occasional stray cat or a homeless guy on a bench. So normal shit. I don't know, I've never been so relieved to step into my cold apartment, which feels like a kind of holy sanctuary right now. No creeps, no huffy brats, just a comforting creaks of bed and flickering lights from the old TV. Everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Yeah, today is just fluke. I tried to cover myself with those words, and I threw everything except my briefs. Except my briefs. What is the sentence? Then flops onto my briefs, underwear, I think. Why'd you say underwear then? onto the bed, exhausted, with an exhausted ground. Normally, I wouldn't complain about running into a bunch of good-looking guys, but there was something off about all of them. I can't put my finger on it, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Like I accidentally peered into some kind of world I wasn't supposed to see. No shit! Well, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow will be the same old, same old. I hope. Hey! Ooh, nice. Gotten through the first part. Don't accept anyone unless by. I didn't read it. Isn't that a tempting agreement? I'll keep him away from you, baby. Don't worry. And looks. Wow. He is real good.